I'm Jerry from Jerry's Landscape. We do irrigation, tree removal, landscaping. We pretty much do it all. You know, I can landscape the heck out of a property. That's never really been a problem for me. It's gotta go. I've had a tough time with accounting, with my bookkeeping, but then I came up with this amazing system that has really been a game changer for me. This side of the dash here, this is all the invoices. This side of the dash is going to be expenses. Then I've got any miscellaneous receipts or anything like that goes in the back seat. Then of course anything tax related. You know, I don't even know what half that stuff is. But anything from ERS, that's going to go right here on the passenger side floorboard. I've even got a place for customer complaints. right out here. I'm kidding. Actually, it's not really the best to even open the windows at all. Blow everything around. Is it a perfect system? No. I can't use the defrost in my truck, which sucks. You know, having passengers, that doesn't always work out so well. But it's a small price to pay. We're meticulous. Every transaction matters, period. Okay, I mean, the system, that's what I love about it. It's virtually foolproof. Well,
get ready to enter the Thrivetime Show.
We started from the bottom, now we here. We started from the bottom, and we'll show you how to get here. Started from the bottom, now we here. We started from the bottom, now we here.
We started from the bottom, now we're on the top, teaching you the systems to get what we got. Colin Dixon's on the hooks, I break down the books. Z's bringing some wisdom and the good looks. As the father of five, that's why I'm alive. So if you see my wife and kids, please tell them hi. It's C&Z up on your radio, and now 3, 2, 1, here we go.
We started from the bottom, now we here. We started from the bottom, and we'll show you how.
Yes. We are in the air everywhere, and we're talking about a topic that I'm excited about. Creating a duplicatable business model based upon the foundations of a duplicatable process, a winning team, and well-defined guidelines, well-defined guardrails. So if you go thrivetimeshow.com/millionaire, you can follow along with us. You go to thrivetimeshow.com/millionaire. You go right there and you can download the book called A Millionaire's Guide, How to Become Sustainably Rich. And I'm going to read here from the book, and then I would love to get some commentary or thoughts from James and Jordan here. So here we go. Consider this. If you had millions of dollars to invest, and shockingly, your goal was to make a good return on your investment, which of the following would you rather invest in? Would you rather invest in a company that is stable, scalable, and profitable? Or would you rather invest in a business that is entirely dependent upon just a few key members and the owner, where no systems are recorded, where tons of gross revenues generated, but no profits are generated? So think about this for a second. If you were going to invest in a business, buy a business, would you want to buy a business where the knowledge of how to do everything is in the head of just one person called the owner? Or would you want to invest in a company where there's systems and processes in place so that other people who are not the owner can actually implement the processes? So let's focus on the conference for a second. The conference we do. James, when people go to thrivetimeshow.com and they request tickets to attend our conference, how do you know what to say?
I follow the script. We have a script that we read to every single person.
Jordan, how do you know what to say?
I follow the script because we read the script to every single person.
So let's now move away from our conference, okay? And let's move now into a local restaurant in Tulsa, okay? And you and I go in the drive-thru, let's say, and we order a grilled chicken wrap. How is it that this local fast food drive-thru restaurant can pretty much provide me with a grilled chicken wrap every time I go in, and it almost always tastes exactly the same? How is that possible, James?
There's a process to it, and they nail it with every single restaurant that they have.
Jordan, do you have any other thoughts? I mean, when you say there's a process, like what kind of things do you think? And I'm not saying you're a restaurant expert. I'm just saying, how do you think that the restaurant has documented the system of making said grilled chicken wrap?
Well, I mean, it's on the menu. So they have it. They can't display it on the menu if they don't have the option, and they have a recipe. They have a process of making a grilled chicken wrap.
Are you saying that that's written down somewhere?
It's written down somewhere.
Okay, so again, if you're out there listening today and you're saying, well, how can I grow my business and create time freedom with my business? What I find, and it happens pretty much every time, I'll meet somebody who's a good builder or a good dentist or a good doctor, a good lawyer, a good automotive repair guy, but they don't have any systems written down. So I'm going to take notes on this. So step one, why do you, James, have to document the systems? Why do you have to document proven systems?
So that you could give it to the next employee so that they could follow it and be successful.
Okay, so you got to document the proven systems, the checklists, okay? Now, again, Jordan, what keeps people from doing this? It seems common sense, but yet it's not common.
Because people like doing their own thing. They like coming up with ideas and shortcuts that they think would be easier.
So, today I'm going to hop on a show. I'll be hosting a show today, filling in for a big host and hosting his show. Why do you think I have, 43 specific talking points ready to go, James, for that show, and I'm not just going to wing it?
So that you could make sure it's a great show and that you get out all the points that you want to get out to the audience.
Why would most people wing it, though? I see people that I know very well. I've met them in person. I'm sure none of our listeners, but other people. And I'm sure people that I've met that don't listen to this show, but I've met these people, and they're like, man, I went on that show. I wanted that opportunity, and I just didn't get a lot of leads, or it didn't work, or I didn't get the views, or I didn't get my point across. And I go, did you have any notes? They go, no.
Just arrogance, really.
Is it arrogance?
I think so.
Is it mental laziness?
And I think it could be both.
Interesting. Now, Jordan, once you have the systems in place, okay, so step one, you must document your proven systems and checklists. Step two, and by the way, if anybody out there, works at Elephant in the Room, we have all the systems and processes documented at eitrlounge.com. That's our haircut chain, and they're all right there. Or with the Tip Top Canine franchise that I'm involved in. All of the processes and systems we built are documented there. Once you've documented the systems, okay, step two, you have to have good people to follow the system. So the one great thing about you guys, which is phenomenal, is you guys are following the systems. However, sometimes you have a lot of success and sometimes not. So, James, how many calls have you made today to people that have previously requested a ticket to an event?
80.
And how many people have you talked to so far?
Like 3.
Right. And so that maybe doesn't feel the best when you've called 80 people before 8:47 in the morning. Is that right?
Well, I don't get my feelings involved. I just call and I smile and dial.
That's so interesting. Wait a minute. So you're saying that, this is good. So you must hire high quality people that will follow the systems despite their emotions. Right?
Right.
So without emotional pushback.
Right.
It's interesting. Now, let's talk about this for a second. Every single Monday, Jordan, we are going to have a meeting with all of the business coaches. What time is that meeting?
7 a.m.
Crazy. Every Monday. And then what time is our coaches meeting every Tuesday?
It's at 6 a.m.
Yes. Every Wednesday, our coaches meeting is at what time?
6 a.m.
Every Thursday, our coaches meeting is when?
6 a.m.
Every single Wednesday night, we have a group interview. Maybe this is a trick question. I know you haven't been super involved in this, but I interview job candidates every single Wednesday. At what time?
I believe it's 5:30.
There you go, 5:30. Yep. And I every single Thursday at the Remnant Church, where I'm not the pastor, I just help to support the church and provide the space for it. I mention that because I don't want people to think that I'm a pastor. Pastor Leon Benjamin is the pastor, and my job is to provide him with a platform with which to share the truth. And to during the lockdowns and all these things that happened around us, I felt like churches should stay open, and so that's what I did. But churches every Thursday at what time, James?
7.
6:30.
6:30.
But you wouldn't. I know that. That's okay. It's in a schedule. Okay. So it's documented. There's no reason that you would know that. I'm not trying to paint you to a corner. I'm just making sure we're on the same page. So for people that know me, do you guys ever think it's shocking if you ever hear them call and they'll go, hey, are you doing church this Thursday? Have you ever heard this happen? Because it happens to me every single week.
Yeah, I have heard.
You've heard this.
Maybe 1 or 2 conversations.
What about the interview? People go, hey, you doing the interview this Wednesday?
Yep.
I have heard that. Yeah.
I do it every single week.
Hey, you coming to the office today, Clay?
It's unbelievable.
I have a great example. Every day, not every day, a lot of days, my dad is like, "Are you what time you leaving in the morning?" 4 a.m. The same time every day. What?
Yeah.
And then the next day, what are you leaving early in the morning? Yeah, same as every day.
Right. Now I'm going to pull this up. Okay. So this is what we call a calendar. And I'm not trying to be patronizing anybody, but this is my calendar. So I'm just trying to tell you what I do. So this is my calendar. Everything in my calendar is scheduled. Everything that's not scheduled. So this right here, this right here is what we call a problem because it's open. And I don't want it to be open. So you know what I'm going to do right now? And this is what I do. Real time. I do these things. Okay. So I'm going to put it in here. All right. And I never, ever, for me personally, I'm not saying you out there should do this or this is the best way to live your life. I'm just saying this is what I do. I want every single second of my work day to be scheduled. I want it to happen. And so this is a new thing. I'm putting it right here because these are what we call 13-point assessments. So people, what they do is they'll often go to our website, thrivetimeshow.com, and they'll look at the testimonials. And Jordan, since 2005, I've been helping produce multi-million-dollar companies. That's what I do.
Mm-hmm.
But it's month to month, but our average client is with us for 6 years. For my own sanity, I provide a month-to-month business coaching service. Why do I make it month-to-month? For my sanity. What for me? Why? It's a benefit for the customer, but for my sanity, why do I make it month-to-month?
Because you don't want to work with somebody who's not a good fit. If they're not a good fit for us, we're not a good fit for them, then there's no point in having a year contract or
a month contract.
Just dragging out for a year when there's no point.
We had a guy the other day, it's so funny. He was a client for about 12 hours. And it happens. It's shocking because about once a week I have to fire somebody from being a client after like 12 hours. And this is where it breaks down. Let me break it down, and this is where it breaks down. Okay, I have proven systems and checklists. Right. Step 2, I hire quality people that will follow the systems. Nothing works unless you'll work. And so this homeboy, he's like, well, I want all your systems, want all your processes. I've got a very struggling business. It's never grown. He's like, I went to Thrivetime show. I saw you, and this is our phone call. He said this on the phone. He goes, I cannot believe how many success stories you have. You have like thousands. And he's like, what kind of, success rate do you have? I say, all of my clients I've ever had are successful. And he goes, you got to be kidding me. I go, no, because I'll fire you if you won't do the work.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Why would I not, Jordan, want to have a client on the phone every single week who never does their action items? Why would that not be a good look? Because my goal is to bring in more money, to generate more money for my clients than what they pay me. If a client's going to pay me $1,700 a month, why do I make sure every single week that all my clients bring in significantly more than they pay me?
Because that's the entire point. Why are they here with us if they're not going to grow their business? Why are they here if we're not helping them?
Yeah, and I don't want that kind of funk in my life. I like to avoid the people that are lazy, that can't make their weekly meetings. So back to the guy that was an appointment for a client for 12 hours. This happens all the time. He calls me and goes, he sends me, I said, hey, to move forward, it's $1,700 to move forward. And I'm going to charge you $1 to reserve your spot. And then we already did a 13-point assessment. So your first meeting will be at such and such day with such and such coach. And I just need you to be on time for that meeting. And we need to knock out your action items. From the time that I took his credit card for $1,700, he had texted me at least 4 times rebuttals to the plan that we just agreed to follow. Now, if anybody out there goes and you any research into my life at all, if you go to let's go to tiptopcanine.com and you look at the brand we've built there, or you look at eitrlounge.com, or you look at OxyFresh, or any of the clients I help to grow. These are all real businesses. You look at them up. You can go to pmhokc.com. You can go to oxyfresh.com. You can go to eitrlounge.com. You can go to tiptopcanine.com. You can look at Dr. Zellner's businesses. You can see the success of his companies. If you go to any one of these businesses, you're going to notice they all work because we follow proven systems over and over and over and over and over. Like the reason why we've had success between Z and I in the dog training business, the DJ entertainment company, the haircut chain, the auto auction, all these different businesses, the banking business, the optometry, every business that we've been involved in. The reason why we have success, Jordan, is because we have step 1, documented
systems.
Yes. And I give them all away. People can download them for free right now. Go to thrivetimeshow.com/millionaire. You can download them for free. Boom, right there. You can download them for free. But again, if I teach you the systems and you don't
Follow the system.
Yes, then what'll happen?
It's not going to work.
Right. It's crazy.
So you're saying you can't just wake up and go back to bed?
Right. So it's crazy. So my adult body, I set my alarm to wake up. I wake up at 3. I go to bed at 9. This is shocking to people virtually every day. Every day somebody will pull me aside and go, do you actually go to bed at 9? Yes. Why? Because I want to wake up at 3. Oh my gosh, are you tired? No. Why? Because I slept 6 hours. What are you doing? You know? People say, dude, did you watch that new Netflix special? No. Why? Because I went to sleep. Dude, did you see that NFL team? They traded this guy. This guy got traded. He was a big. No. Why? Because I'm intentional about what I'm doing. We all have 24 hours a day. It's just what we do with those hours. Now, step 2, James, you must hire quality people that will follow the systems without emotional pushback. If every single interaction with somebody is an emotional negotiation, what's going to happen over time?
It's going to wear you down and you're not going to get any sales.
Nothing is going to happen.
Right.
Like nothing will get done.
So there's people at the Elephant in the Room we've hired in the years past. Thankfully, no one now, but people in the past, their job, if you work at Elephant in the Room, I'm just going to let you know a secret. Your job is, if you work at Elephant in the Room, it's a membership-based haircut business for your first haircut's $1. Now, we're going to lose a ton of money unless we eventually sign someone up for a membership, right? And the membership, Jordan, is an average price of about how much? It varies from store to store, but
it's about 35.
Okay. So, and we have, like 4,000 people that we cut their hair every month with an average ticket of, let's say, about $40 between everything. You kind of do the math there. And so if you're a manager and you or an assistant manager and you can't sign up, we remember we just cut someone's hair for $1. After their haircut, we say, how was your haircut today? Great. Are you familiar with our memberships? Yes. No. Okay. Well, let me just tell you, with the way our haircut system works, this is all scripted, by the way. We have a one sheet that documents this. We say, well, basically, your first haircut's $1, and we donate that $1 to Compassion International. It's a charity. And then moving forward, we have 3 different membership options. It's basically like prepaying for your next haircut at a discount. So if you walk in, it's $45-ish. And if you're a member, you get a discount because you've prepaid. And then we pre-book your appointment so we can always get you in. And that includes a hot towel treatment, hot towel treatment, shampoo, the style, the cut. And then the second package includes a little bit more, the third a little bit more. Which package is a good fit? If somebody can't sell more than a 55% membership conversion rate, what do I have to do, James? What has to happen?
You have to fire them.
What?
Yeah.
Why not just negotiate with them all day? Jordan, why don't I just sit there and negotiate all day?
Because your business won't grow,
right?
You won't be profitable, and you're going to go out of business.
So my son has this landscaping business right now. It's called Well Done Lawns. Okay, my son's 16 years old. He's cutting grass, weeding. His whole day is, he's got like the blower. He's got the whole thing. That's his whole day.
Weed eater.
Mechanical vibrations all day. This is what he does. Okay. Now, I am on him to get a Google review from every single person he mows a lawn for. Okay. And he's mowing lawns now for dozens of people every week. Why do I bring it up every single time, James, that I see him? And your desk is next to mine. Every single time I talk to my son, I say, how you doing? You doing good? Hey, I love you. How you doing? You good? Okay. Did you get a Google review? Why do I ask him every single time?
So he continues his momentum. He doesn't lose steam. So he keeps growing.
But people often perceive follow-up as a negative thing. Have you noticed this?
I have.
You have?
Yes, I have.
It's unbelievable. So step 1, you document your proven systems and checklists. And by the way, if you come to one of our in-person 2-day interactive business workshops, we teach you all the systems. And people say, well, what are all the systems? I mean, accounting, marketing, sales. James, have you been to one of the business conferences?
I have been to 2.
And is it, how would you describe the level of, or the amount of content that is discussed at these things?
It's high energy, it's high pace, and there's a lot of data points in there.
Jam-packed with information.
Everything, how to establish revenue goals, your break-even point, the number of hours you want to work, your marketing stool, your 3-legged marketing stool, your branding, your unique value proposition, your sales conversion strategy, your accounting, your file organization, your human resources, your management, how to build a sustainable schedule that you like, how to do accounting. It is all the systems. But again, we go back to this. If somebody's not willing to put in the work, what's going to happen?
they're going to go back to bed and nothing's going to get done.
Right. And there's a lot of places in life where you can pay money and get a thing with doing nothing. Let me give you an example. College. Okay. Now, I know a guy pretty close to me. I won't mention his name, who he went to college and he was like, man, I don't want to do any work. He went to a junior college. So he talked to his professor, and basically the agreement is you show up to the test. If you get it wrong, you can take it again. And it's optional to go to lectures. So what do you think this guy did?
Didn't go to any lecture and just kept taking that test.
Have you ever met people like this?
I have.
And have they got a degree? Have you seen this?
They have degrees.
Have you seen it? Jordan, have you ever seen this kind of behavior?
I wish I haven't, but
You have?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah, well, my wife graduated from Oral Roberts University. There's a guy in her class who's a complete Nimrod, a complete moron, a complete idiot who never went to school ever. Looked like he was half-baked half the time. I mean, his whole life was dedicated to being half-assed. And my wife noticed that he got a degree. We don't even know if he can read. But he couldn't certainly speak or be organized or show up on time or, wow. Okay, so step one, you got to document those proven systems. Step two, you got to hire quality people that will follow the systems without emotional pushback. All right. And the third thing you have to do, this is big. This is the big thing. Oh, this is big. Okay. You must use a day timer or a calendar. Okay. A calendar and a to-do list. Now, again, for the sake of time and for the sake of my mind, this isn't a super profound idea necessarily, or it could be life-changing. But this is my calendar. And you just saw, why did I put 2 purple open slots in there for 13-point availabilities there, Jordan? Why did I do that?
So it's scheduled, so you know what can happen.
So if you had a client that wanted to work with me, you would then schedule a 13-point assessment during those openings, right?
And that availability.
Right. So today, just to be clear here, this is kind of exciting. So today, let's pull it up here. Looking at today. Looking at today. Okay. So I'm going to then today, I have a gap here. This is probably a problem too. Should probably fix that. Ooh. But then tomorrow I've got a 13-point assessment here and a 13-point assessment here. And why do I only take on 160 clients, James? Why am I not running around trying to get 1,000 clients?
Just so you could manage your time effectively as well.
So you got to think about, your life and what you want your life to be like. And if you look at my schedule, why am I not, loaded up doing meetings at all Sunday? Or why am I doing meetings on Saturday night? Or why am I? Because you have to design the life you want. So whatever your schedule looks like, that's what your life is going to look like. But you got to have a calendar and a to-do list. Now, if you don't have a to-do list, all these big ideas you get, they're all going to fall apart and become a pile of crap. And so what I'm going to do on today's show is I'm going to now introduce you to a couple client success stories, people out there just like you who built multi-million-dollar companies as a result of following these proven systems. And if you want to attend one of our in-person Thrivetime Show 2-day interactive business workshops, all you have to do is go to thrivetimeshow.com. That's thrivetimeshow.com. And you click on the conferences button beep, right there. That's the sound I made. That's not the sound that's on it. When you click, it doesn't make that sound. That's me. That wasn't the sound effect, but then you go right here and you request a ticket. Your life is about to change. Are you ready? That's just me. That's not what happens when you click the button. But then you fill out the form. You just like the you hit the submit. And then when you get and then Jordan, you're gonna give them a call.
I'm gonna call you.
And then you're gonna call them, you're gonna see if they're a good fit. And we let people pay $250 or whatever price they want to pay for a conference ticket. So that's how that process works. I encourage everybody out there. Hopefully this was very helpful for you. If you're out there today going, how do I build a successful company? Well, consistency is king, folks. Consistency is king. And remember, knowledge without application is absolutely meaningless. Napoleon Hill once said, knowledge without application is meaningless. And the time will never be just right. You must act now. So if you're on the fence, thinking about what you're going to do, one, that's just weird to be sitting on a fence. I mean, that's probably something you don't want to be doing. But the second is you want to go ahead and book a ticket for one of our in-person Thrivetime Show workshops. You can get those tickets again at thrivetimeshow.com. We do them every 2 months. Now, without any further ado, we're going to end this portion of today's broadcast, this segment with the BOOM, because BOOM stands for big, overwhelming, optimistic momentum, and that's what it takes to build a successful company. So here we go. 3, 2, 1, boom!
The number of new customers that we've had is up 411% over last year. We are Jared and Jennifer Johnson. We own Platinum Pest and Lawn and are located in Owasso, Oklahoma. And we have been working with Thrive for business coaching for almost a year now.
Yeah. So what we want to do is we want to share some wins with you guys that we've had by working with Thrive. First of all, we're on the top page of Google now. Okay, I just want to let you know what type of accomplishment this is. Our competition, Orkin, Terminex, they're both $1.3 billion companies. They both have 2,000 to 3,000 pages of content attached to their website. So to basically go from virtually non-existent on Google to up on the top page is really saying something. But that's come by being diligent to the systems that Thrive has, by being consistent and diligent on doing podcasts and staying on top of those podcasts to really help with getting up on with their listing and our ranking there with Google.
And also, we've been trying to get Google reviews, asking our customers for reviews. And now we're the highest rated and most reviewed pest and lawn company in the Tulsa area. And that's really helped with our conversion rate. And the number of new customers that we've had is up 411% over last year.
Wait, say that again. How much are we up?
411%.
Okay, so 411% we're up with our new customers. Amazing.
Right. So not only do we have more customers calling in, we're able to close those deals at a much higher rate than we were before. Right now, our closing rate is about 85%, and that's largely due to, first of all, like our Google reviews that we've gotten people really see that our customers are happy, but also we have a script that we follow. And so when customers call in, they get all the information that they need. That script has been refined time and time again. It wasn't a one and done deal. It was a system that we followed with Thrive in the refining process, and that has obviously the 411% shows that system works.
Yeah. So here's a big one for you. So last week alone, our booking percentage was 91%. We actually booked more deals, more new customers last year than we did the first 5 months. Or I'm sorry, we booked more deals last week than we did the first 5 months of last year from before we worked with Thrive. So again, we booked more deals last week than the first 5 months of last year. And it's incredible. But the reason why we have that success is by implementing the systems that Thrive has taught us and helped us out with.
Some of those systems that we've implemented are group interviews. That way we've really been able to come up with a really great team. We've created and implemented checklists. That way everything gets done and it gets done right. It creates accountability. We're able to make sure that everything gets done properly, both out in the field and also in our office. And also doing the podcast, like Jared had mentioned, that has really, really contributed to our success. But that, like I said, the diligence and consistency in doing those and that system has really, really been a big blessing in our lives. And also, it's really shown that we've gotten the success from following those systems.
Yeah. So before working with Thrive, we were basically stuck. Really no new growth with our business. And we were in a rut and we didn't know.
The last 3 years, our customer base had pretty much stayed the same. We weren't shrinking, but we weren't really growing either.
Yeah, and so we didn't really know where to go, what to do, how to get out of this rut that we're in. But Thrive helped us with that. They implemented those systems. They taught us those systems. They taught us the knowledge that we needed in order to succeed. Now it's been a grind. Absolutely, it's been a grind this last year. But we're getting those fruits from that hard work and the diligent effort that we're able to put into it. So again, we were in a rut. Thrive helped us get out of that rut. And if you're thinking about working with Thrive, quit thinking about it and just do it. Do the action, and you'll get the results. It will take hard work and discipline, but that's what it's going to take in order to really succeed. So we just want to give a big shout out to Thrive, a big thank you out there to Thrive. We wouldn't be where we're at now without their help.
Hi, I'm Dr. Mark Moore. I'm a pediatric dentist. Through our new digital marketing plan, we have seen a marked increase in the number of new patients that we're seeing every month, year over year. 1 month, for example, we went from 110 new patients the previous year to over 180 new patients in the same month. And overall, our average is running about 40 to 42% increase month over month, year over year. The group of people required to implement our new digital marketing plan is immense, starting with a business coach, videographers, photographers, web designers. Back when I graduated dental school in 1985, nobody advertised. The only marketing that was ethically allowed in everybody's eyes was mouth-to-mouth marketing. By choosing to use the services, you're choosing to use a proven turnkey marketing and coaching system. that will grow your practice and get you the results that you are looking for. I went to the University of Oklahoma College of Dentistry, graduated in 1983, and then I did my pediatric dental residency at Baylor College of Dentistry from 1983 to 1985.
Hello, my name is Charles Kolaw with Kolaw Fitness. Today I want to tell you a little bit about Clay Clark and how I know Clay Clark. Clay Clark has been my business coach since 2017. He's helped us grow from 2 locations to now 6 locations. We're planning to do 7 locations in 7 years and then franchise. And Clay has done a great job of helping us navigate anything that has to do with like running the business, building the systems, the checklists, the workflows, the audits, how to navigate lease agreements, how to buy property, how to work with brokers and builders. This guy's just amazing. He's this kind of guy has worked in every single industry. He's written books with like Lee Cockrell, head of Disney, with the 40,000 cast members. He's friends with like Mike Lindell. He does Reawaken America tours, where he does these tours all across the country, where 10,000 or more people show up to some of these tours. On the day-to-day, he does anywhere from about 160 companies. He's at the top. He has a team of business coaches, videographers, and graphic designers and web developers, and they run 160 companies every single week. So think of this guy with a team of business coaches running 160 companies. So in the weekly, he's running 160 companies. Every 6 to 8 weeks, he's doing Reawaken America tours. Every 6 to 8 weeks, he's also doing business conferences where 200 people show up, and he teaches people a 13-step proven system that he's done and worked with billionaires, helping them grow their companies. So I've seen guys from startups go from startup to being multimillionaires, teaching people how to get time freedom and financial freedom through the system. Critical thinking, document creation, putting it into organizing everything in their head to building into a franchisable, scalable business. Like one of his businesses has like 500 franchises. That's just one of the companies or brands that he works with. So amazing guy. Elon Musk kind of like smart guy. He kind of comes off sometimes as socially awkward, but he's so brilliant, and he's taught me so much. When I say that, like Clay is like, he doesn't care what people think when you're talking to him. He cares about where you're going in your life and where he can get you to go. And that's what I like most about him. He's like a good coach. A coach isn't just making you feel good all the time. A coach is actually helping you get to the best you. And Clay has been an amazing business coach. Through the course of that, we became friends. I was really most impressed with him is when I was shadowing him one time. We went into a business deal and listened to it. I got to shadow and listen to it. And when we walked out, I knew that he could make millions on the deal, and they were super excited about working with him. And he told me, he's like, I'm not going to touch it. I'm going to turn it down, because he knew it was going to harm the common good of people in the long run. And the guy's integrity just really wowed me. It brought tears to my eyes to see that this guy, his highest desire was to do what's right. And anyways, just an amazing man. So anyways, impacted me a lot. He's helped navigate anytime I've got nervous or worried about how to run the company, or navigating competition and an economy that's like, I remember we got closed down for 3 months. He helped us navigate on how to stay open, how to get back open, how to just survive through all the COVID shutdowns, lockdowns, because our clubs were all closed for.
I'm Rachel with Tip Top Canine, and we just want to give a huge thank you to Clay and Vanessa Clark.
Hey guys, I'm Ryan with Tip Top Canine. Just want to say a big thank you to Thrive 15. Thank you to Make Your Life Epic. We love you guys, we appreciate you, and really just appreciate how far you've taken us. This is our old house, right? This is where we used to live a few years ago. This is our old neighborhood. See? It's nice, right? So this is my old van and our old school marketing, and this is our old team. And by team, I mean it's me and another guy.
This is our new house with our new neighborhood.
This is our new van with our new marketing, and this is our new team. We went from 4 to 14, and I took this beautiful photo. We worked with several different business coaches in the past, and they were all about helping Ryan sell better and just teaching sales, which is awesome, but Ryan is a really great salesman. So we didn't need that. We needed somebody to help us get everything that was in his head out into systems, into manuals and scripts, and actually build a team. So now that we have systems in place, we've gone from 1 to 10 locations in only a year.
In October 2016, we grossed 13 grand for the whole month. Right now it's 2018, the month of October. It's only the 22nd. We've already grossed a little over 50 grand for the whole month, and we still have time to go. We're just thankful for you, thankful for Thrive and your mentorship, and we're really thankful that you guys have helped us to grow a business that we run now instead of the business running us. Just thank you times 1,000.
The Thrivetime Show, 2-day interactive business workshops, are the highest and most reviewed business workshops on the planet.
You can learn the proven 13-point business systems that Dr. Zellner and I have used over and over to start and grow successful companies. I mean, we get into the specific steps on what you need to do to optimize your website. We're going to teach you how to fix your conversion rate. We're going to teach you how to do a social media marketing campaign that works. How do you raise capital? How do you get a small business loan? We teach you everything you need to know here during a 2-day, 15-hour workshop. It's all here for you. You work every day in your business, but for 2 days you can escape and work on your business and build these proven systems so now you can have a successful company that will produce both the time freedom and the financial freedom that you deserve. You're going to leave energized, motivated, but you're also going to leave empowered. The reason why I've built these workshops is because as an entrepreneur, I always wish that I had this. And because there wasn't anything like this, I would go to these motivational seminars, no money down, real estate, Ponzi scheme, get motivated seminars, and they would never teach me anything. It was like you went there and you paid for the big chocolate Easter bunny, but inside of it, it was a hollow nothingness. And I wanted the knowledge, and they're like, oh, but we'll teach you the knowledge after our next workshop. And the great thing is we have nothing to upsell. At every workshop, we teach you what you need to know. There's no one in the back of the room trying to sell you some next big get-rich-quick, walk-on-hot coals product. It's literally, we teach you the brass tacks, the specific stuff that you need to know to learn how to start and grow a business. And I encourage you to not believe what I'm saying, and I want you to Google the Z66 auto auction. I want you to Google elephant in the room. Look at Robert Zellner and Associates. Look them up and say, are they successful because they're geniuses, or are they successful because they have a proven system? When you do that research, you will discover that the same systems that we use in our own business can be used in your business. Come to Tulsa, book a ticket, and I guarantee you it's going to be the best business workshop ever, and we'll even give you your money back if you don't love it. We've built this facility for you, and we're excited to see you.
Hey, I'm Ryan Wimpy with Tip Top Canine, and I'm the founder.
I'm Rachel Wimpy, and I am a co-founder.
So we've been running Tip Top for about the last 14 years, franchising for the last 3-4 years. So someone that'd be a good fit for Tip Top loves dogs, they're high energy, they want to be able to own their own job, but they don't want to worry about, that high failure rate. They want to do that like bowling with bumper lanes.
So you give us a call, reach out to us, we'll call you, and then we'll send you an FDD, look over that, read it, fall asleep to it, it's very boring, and then we'll book a discovery day, and you come and you can spend a day or two with us to make sure that you actually like it, make sure your training dogs is something that you want to do.
So an FDD is a franchise disclosure document. It's a federally regulated document that goes into all the nitty-gritty details of what the franchise agreement entails.
So who would be a good fit to buy a Tip Top Canine would be somebody who loves dogs, who wants to work with dogs all day as their profession. You'll make a lot of money, you'll have a lot of fun, it's very rewarding. And who would not be a good fit is a cat person.
So the upfront cost for Tip Top is $43,000. And a lot of people say they're generating doctor money, but on our disclosure, the numbers are anywhere from over $1 million a year in dog training, what our Oklahoma City location did last year, to 25-35 grand a month.
To train and get trained by us for Tip Top Canine, to run your own Tip Top Canine, you would be with us for 6 weeks here in Tulsa, Oklahoma.
So we've been married for 7 years. 8 years. So if you're watching this video, you're like, hey, maybe I want to be a dog trainer. Hey, that one sounds super amazing. Go to our website, tiptopcanine.com, click on the yellow franchising tab, fill out the form, and Rachel and I will give you a call. Our Oklahoma City location last year, they did over $1 million. He's been running that shop for 3 years. Before, he was a youth pastor with 0 sales experience, 0 dog training experience before he ever met with us.
So just call us, come spend a day with us, spend a couple days with us, make sure you like training dogs, and own your own business.
Well, the biggest reason to buy a Tip Top Canine is so you own your own job and you own your own future, and you don't hate your life. You get an enjoyable job that brings a lot of income, but is really rewarding.
My name is Seth Flint, and I had originally heard about Tip Top Canine through my old pastors who I worked for. They trained their Great Pyrenees with Ryan and Tip Top Canine. They did a phenomenal job and became really good friends with Ryan and Rachel. I was working at a local church, and it was a great experience. I ended up leaving there and working with Ryan and Tip Top Canine. The biggest thing that I really enjoy about being self-employed is that I can create my own schedule. I have the ability to spend more time with my family, my wife and my daughter. So my very favorite thing about training dogs with Tip Top Canine is that I get to work with the people. Obviously, I love working with dogs, but it's just so rewarding to be able to train a dog that had serious issues, whether it's behavioral or whatever, and seeing a transformation, taking that dog home, and mom and dad are literally in tears because of how happy they are with the training. If somebody is interested, I'd say don't hesitate. Make sure you like dogs. Make sure that you enjoy working with people because we're not just dog trainers. We are customer service people that help dogs, and so definitely don't hesitate. Just come in and ask questions. Ask all the questions you have.